Welcome back. Thanks for being here. Hey, so today I want to talk to you about two things. What are you doing and why are you doing it? These two questions always come up on coaching calls. Anytime that I'm working with a man, we're on a call and we're trying to understand what's going on in his world, I always ask him these two questions. What are you doing? And why are you doing it? Now, these questions aren't just for me to ask him. They're also for him to ask himself. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? This particularly is relevant when he is wanting to send her a text message. You know, what is it that he wants from that text message? Does he want a response from her? Does he want some sense of comfort, some sense of connection? Is he looking to get something besides just an answer to his question? What is it that he wants from that text message? This also applies to if he's sending her flowers, buying her presents, doing the laundry, emptying the dishwasher, mowing the lawn. What are you doing and why are you doing it? And the answer really needs to be something along the lines of, because that's who I am. Because that's the kind of man that I am. Because that's what I do. Because that's what I want to do. If the answer is any sort of version of I need her to, or I want her to, or I'm hoping that she will, right? If anything is outwardly focused on her, if he's trying to fix her problems, if he's trying to give to get, if he's trying to manipulate circumstances and outcomes in some way to get a result that he wants, then that he's already behind the eight ball, right? He's already in a place of disadvantage. He's already dependent, powerless, needy, manipulative, attached to outcome, prone to frustration, resentment, anger, suffering. There's just a litany of things that come from doing something because somebody else wants you to, or because you think that you need to do something. Told a story about some of the things that he was orchestrating in his life in order to appease his wife, in order to address some of the concerns that she had raised in their conversations. And after he shared how he planned to present this information to her, I asked him if he had considered just making statements about who he is, about what he wants, about the life that he plans to create for himself. Because what we don't realize when we try to fix her problems, when we try to bend over backwards or turn ourselves inside out to please her, we're still giving to get, right? We're still trying to orchestrate and manipulate and control, which is a word that I never liked, prior to learning my nice guy status. We're trying to control that situation so that we'll be okay, so that we'll get what we want, so that our needs will be met. But what we don't realize is that there's a silent killer riding along with it, a silent message, right? A silent relationship killer, attraction killer. And that is pressure. There's a lot of pressure, right? When we say, look, I did all of these things for you. I did this, and this, right? As guys, we like to create a checklist and we like to check those boxes and we like to feel accomplished and we like to know that we've addressed everything and that we've performed and that we've shown up. And those are great qualities. But in a relationship, it turns into pressure, because then we take all of that and we slide it across the table and we say, okay, I did all of these things. Now, the ball is on your side of the court, right? Everything is in your lap. And there's an immense amount of pressure on her side to perform, right? To not make a mistake, to not upset us, to not screw it up. And And that pressure causes tension in her body, and she wants to get away from it. And then in getting away from it, she actually pushes away from us. And then we get upset because we're say, well, where are you going? I did all of these things. I did everything you said you wanted. And you're leaving? You're upset? That's not what you wanted? Were you lying to me? Right? Are you just messing with my head? Like, we get upset, right? But we don't realize that we've just put all of this pressure on her, and she is just looking for the exits, right? She's crawfishing away from all of that pressure and stress. But when we say, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I value, this is what I will have in my life, and we say it as a statement, and we do not need her to say anything in return. We leave an open invitation for her to join us, and if she does, great, and if she doesn't, great, because we know who we are, we know what we want, and we know what we will have in our life. And when we come from that place, it's all about us, right? Not in a self-centered, arrogant, me sort of way, but in a ownership, owning ourself, owning our thoughts, owning our feelings, owning our desires, owning our actions. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is what I value. This is what I want, right? And when we come from that place, then we can say, that we've done some things. We've taken her feedback in, we've heard her, and we've made some adjustments. We want to be in alignment with our own values, right? We want to be our own man. We want to live our life according to our values. And some of those values may be that we don't want to hurt others, that we don't want to be in a relationship where others feel trapped, that we don't want to put unnecessary pressure on others by asking them to do things that they're not prepared to do, right? And so when we do that, when we come from that place, then we're just simply making a statement about ourselves. And all that pressure, all that frustration, all that noise goes away. And then we get to make choices for ourselves, right? If that person doesn't want to go on that journey with us, that's okay, right? Will it be painful if they don't, right? Will it be disappointing if they don't? Absolutely, right? We're not talking about being devoid of feeling here. We're just talking about being clear about who we are and not making someone else responsible for our happiness, not putting pressure on somebody else to perform in order for us to be okay. Okay, that's what I have for you today. Leave comments below, share your thoughts, and also while you're down there, there is a link in the description you can click. I want you to click that link, set up a call with me. Let's talk about what's going on in your world. Let's talk about how you're turning yourself inside out for someone else. Let's talk about how that is causing pressure and making that person want to push away from you. All right? I love you. Talk to you later.